So today is September 29th. I'm not going to double check I think it's September 29th because I know tomorrow is Tuesday, September 28th. Wait, no, today's the 28th. Tomorrow's the 29th. And then on Wednesday, it's the 30th. Wait, fuck. I might be fucking it up. Let me just check. All right, yeah, today is September 29th. So tomorrow is the 30th. And then Wednesday is October 1st. So September is just about wrapping up. And I don't know if a lot of people can relate to this. Maybe some people. I was not a fan of the month of September, at least me personally. I just think that September, it had its moments, but I think overall, it really did just fucking suck. I don't know. Maybe that might just be me. I don't think it's just me though. I don't know if it's all of us or some of us, but regardless, I'm going to be freestyling in this video, but I'm also going to be touching on some things that I know that I want to talk about. Again, I'm just going to be freestyling. And every video, I really am just freestyling because I don't have a script. I'm just talking off literally the dome. Like anything that I say is just coming out from my mind, and it's still sort of structuring itself as it's coming out. But I got to come out here and do this regardless because this is like my space to kind of just voice things that were going on throughout the day that I just like. Listen, I have my closest friend, and I can't burden him with me like just yapping about all these things, and I can't, don't get me wrong, sometimes if I feel like it's a moment to share, I'm gonna do it, but sometimes, yeah, we really have to carry this shit ourselves. And this is my way of doing that, which I guess is going to be a segue into what I want to talk about next in some sort of way. But listen, if you've been through a heartbreak, one that really impacted you immensely, then we're on the same boat in some way. We're one of the same, you and I, because we went through something that ultimately really altered the kind of person we are and how we understand love and how we feel pain. It's just very funny to me. I'm going to be very transparent. I was on a walk earlier today. And as I started the walk, I was chilling. I didn't really think that I was going to come across a thought or a song or something that would spark some emotional residue from the past or something like that. I don't know how to word it, but it's like literally I was walking and at some point it just struck me, and it was a song that was playing. And don't get me wrong, again, I'm going to be transparent. In the past few days and even in the past months, there's been sprinkles of something that had happened to me a while ago, and it just kind of like arises from underneath the surface and it comes out of nowhere. And I'm just like, well, what the fuck is that about? That shit happened like 2-3 years ago, right? And it's interesting because I'm going to be honest, like when I've had certain dynamics where I feel like I'm more emotionally attuned into it, it's like it's with someone who has had a difficult past. And by a difficult past, I mean like they've either been heartbroken themselves, and their whole understanding, or like their whole, I don't even know how to explain it. Yeah, like I guess their whole understanding of love is kind of just thrown away. Like they had that first love that really meant everything to them. I mean, like literally meant everything to them. And sometimes it could have been like a real dickhead. Sometimes it could have been somebody who did them wrong in a way that they wouldn't have done them. And sometimes it's maybe something like, I don't know, like maybe just those two situations, I'd say. But I've noticed it's just like, oh wow, I don't mean to attract these people, but I am these people, and like these people, I just end up somehow with these people, like literally. And then a part of me is also now realizing that like, whoa, maybe the reason I attract these people is because at some point I had experienced this myself, and there's a level of understanding that I guess somewhere in the threads of the universe we're just intertwined. We just have to come across each other or something like that. I have no clue. And it's interesting because when you are in that space of what I'm talking about now, and you are trying your best to heal, you are trying your best to maybe open up yourself to somebody else, it can become quite complicated. It can become quite difficult to do that, because maybe you'll look back and you'll think about the person that as your first love. You'll think about your first love, and then like unconsciously or something like that, you're trying to see how maybe someone new could replace that. Or it's just difficult. It's really difficult, because literally I'm on this walk today, right? I'm just going around, walking around, and I'm like, okay, I'm going on this walk, and I'll be straight up. At the beginning of the walk, I felt like I was him. I felt like I was a badass or something like that. I felt like I was the main character. I felt like I was like, yo, I'm him. Like I'm going on this walk, and I'm literally feeling like, yeah, I feel great right now. There was no sun hitting my skin, and I feel like that was really what was probably just the one thing that was missing to really make me feel on top of the world. Because I swear, if you've seen that new Superman movie, I swear to some degree I'm like Superman. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a Leo thing, but the sun on my skin, I love that feeling. I love that, especially on a kind of day that it was, I think it was yesterday, or maybe the day before that. It was sunny out, so I felt the heat of the sun on my skin, and it was also there was some breeze going on. So I'm like, wow, this is like the perfect combination. I feel the heat of the sun on my skin. I feel like I'm glowing, and I feel this breeze. It's just a lovely feeling, right? But anyways, the point is, today, yeah, I started on this walk, and I feel like a badass. I have some music playing. I'm like, yeah, I'm really him. And then at some point, there are some times where like I have this certain feeling, and then I notice that it starts kind of like slipping away. And then I'm trying to like hold on to it. I'm trying to be like, wait, no, like don't leave me. Like don't leave me. This is such a good feeling. But what I've started to do is, instead of trying to hold on, I sort of accept that it's me letting it go. And then I guess I'm just kind of going down the hill of, I don't know, like I'm spiraling or some shit like that. Like I'm feeling like I'm on top of the world, and then I'm trying to hold on to that feeling, and then I just come tumbling down, and then I'm just like, wow. Like no bullshit, this walk was like a full like cycle of just starting at the top, falling, making my way down, on the verge of like wanting to cry, but I had no tears to let go of. Like I literally was like, okay, if I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna cry. Fuck it. Like this is like and then I was just getting this really heavy feeling. And honestly, it's probably because of the specific song that I was playing. And the song, it was a live performance song, and I forget the artist's name, but the song was titled Lover, You Should Have Come Over. And oh my God, like the lyrics of that song, literally everything, I was like, wow, this is literally word for word how I feel. And it represented a specific part of my life that I wouldn't necessarily consider it like an actual regret, but a part of me is like, wow, I kind of wish that was able to happen, because I would have happily, gladly brought that woman over to my house. Hold up, my thing fell down. I need to go grab it. Okay, I got it. I'm not letting. Oh my God, no, Jake, you got to stop falling down, Jake. Oh my God, where are you? Okay, this little thing keeps on falling out of my hand. I gotta chill. Let me just put it over here or something. But anyways, man, yeah, it's difficult, because you'll have your first love, your first everything. And when you lose that and you try to move on, you're kind of like in this space. And for me, it was like 2-3 years ago. And I mean, I thought I was done with that. Like in terms of going through that process of healing, I thought I was done. And then 2-3 years later, today, I'm finding myself just like, whoa. There's still some pain left from that? What the fuck? Like, what are we talking about? There's still some pain left from that? That was 2-3 years ago. Could it have hit me that deeply that I still feel the pain today from something that happened 2-3 years ago? I guess so. And then I got in this space of like, I got in this headspace where I was like, dang, like I don't see how that could ever come back. And if that doesn't come back, then what does that mean? And then I got in this headspace, this like whole thing where I'm like, is it my fault? Did I do something to screw this over? Like what could I have done? Like it was tough. It was tough being in that headspace because I'm just like, well, shit, like this doesn't feel fair. This doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel fair at all. And then it's just like, well, what do I do? You know? And really, the only thing that I could do is just move on. Move on in terms of like, just let me carry forward and understand that there is nothing I could do at this moment to change the circumstances of anything that has happened back then and how things are playing out now. The aftermath is completely out of my control. I can't do anything. I don't want to do anything because it's just like, man, what happened happened, and I'm here now, and like I literally, the only option I have is to basically just do what I can do in the now, and it's not going back into the past. I simply can't. I simply can't. So let me just try to hold on real tight to what's here right now. Like, let me just work with what I have right now, and anything that comes later, whatever that is, it's gonna be whatever that is, and it's just it's okay. And let me not stress about what's like fucking a few weeks down the road or a few months down the road or even like 2-3 years from now. I don't know where I'm going to be 2-3 years from now, and I don't want to think that deeply in terms of like, I'm not really someone who's ever been like a 5-year plan, 10-year plan, 15-year plan. Like, bruh, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen tomorrow. I kind of have like a routine that I go by already, which is not a crazy routine. Like, let me just go on my walks. Let me go to the gym. Let me record these videos. Let me do my part-time job. Let me, if I feel like reading a book, or if I feel like reading a manga, if I feel like watching a TV show, I'll do those things, but I still have like a plan, but just not, I'm not going to dive into like a 5-year plan, 10-year plan. Like, it's just like, bro, like, let's chill out. I'm still fucking healing from shit that happened 2-3 years ago. Like, what the fuck are we talking about a 5-year plan? Like, hold up, but it's just like, yeah, for real. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to still think or to still see and experience that, like, deep down, there is still some residue of things that once were that aren't here right now, and moving with that is interesting because it's like, well, hold up, there's a whole different thing unfolding right now, and there's just no way in hell that I'm gonna just compromise that for something that was once there that no longer isn't in this moment. I'm not going to compromise that for some things for things that are not here, and it's like, I also can't mope longer than I really should, like, that walk was my time to feel what I was feeling. I'm not about to go even deeper into that and just, oh man, someone let my dog out and I didn't want that because now she's barking like a maniac, and I'm just like, wow, well, now that's lovely. That's lovely. Let's see, how far am I into this video? I kind of I should have told my family not to let her out because she just starts barking for no reason. Like, there's literally nobody walking around. Whatever. Yeah. I'm not gonna sit around and mope and make a big deal out of something that's just like I don't have any control over. Not only that, but there's nothing for me to do there. There's nothing for me to do there other than just feel what I'm feeling. And there's nothing wrong with feeling what I'm feeling. It's literally like, hold up, my dog is barking like crazy. I'm just gonna text I'm gonna text somebody and be like, bring her in, please. Hold up. Bring her in, please. Oh wow, it's thinking that I'm trying to speak in Spanish. Oh, hold up. Bring her in, please. There we go. But yeah, like, there's no point in moping around where there's nothing to do. Nothing, like, literally I can't. And, like, what I mean by that is it's totally okay to feel the pain of something that once was that no longer is right now, There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing to be ashamed of either, It's human. It's reality. It's simply what it is. But I can't just let that linger. And I know me talking about it right now is letting me linger in some way. But I mean, for me, it's kind of different because I'm posting this and I'm, I guess, bringing awareness, you could say. But I'm also alchemizing this into like a message, I just simply am saying, like, listen, I'm not reaching out to somebody that it like I'm just not gonna make something out of nothing. You just can't do that. Simply can't do that. You need to work with what we have right now and accept what we have right now, but not also accept it like just because. Like, I guess what I'm saying is, in a way, be grateful. But also, it's okay to be real. It's okay to be real. Like, if you're not happy in a situation that you're currently going through, it's not like, let me just make myself happy. Like, we're not fucking doing that either. What we're doing is we're understanding of what once was that no longer is, where we are now, and what we can do with what we can do with where we are now. Be real. Don't also like force yourself to like try with something or somebody that like you don't even, and that's just being real as fuck. It is what it is. But also, don't sell yourself short, or don't sell someone else short. If there's something that could be worth exploring, explore. Fuck it, find out what could be there, because it's just like, don't get stuck on somebody from the past, because like they simply aren't here right now. And if you're making space for them where there really isn't any space for them to be at, it's like, well, who's really screwing who over at this point? We're just screwing over ourselves like that? Hell no. We're not going to do that either. It's just not right for us. It's not right for us. That person over there is like literally chilling. I wouldn't say chilling. We all got our own shit going on, but they have something with somebody else. They have something with somebody else. And I'm not saying that from a place of like, man, fuck them, but it's just like, also like, hold up, they got their own lives. They're doing their own thing. I have to do my thing. And whoever ends up aligning with what I'm doing and me aligning with them, beautiful, wonderful. It's like, there's still more to go through, is what I'm trying to say. There's still more to go through. So I'm not selling myself short. I'm not self-sabotaging. I'm not going to put people on pedestals, but I'm also not going to, what's it called? Like, I'm not going to sell them short. I'm not going to sell myself short. It's like, if there's something worth exploring, we're going to explore this. We're going to explore this because it's been good times. Sorry, I'm like hiccuping. I had like a little bit of chocolate when I was inside. But yeah, I yapped a whole ton. It's 11:11 right now, so make a fucking wish. I'm sorry. I definitely have dropped a few curse words in this video. Like, somebody at work the other day was like, "Oh, I don't hear you curse ever," because I said something like, I was like, "Oh man, frick," or something like that. I forgot what I said at work. They were like, "Why didn't you just curse?" And I was like, "I don't know." But to be honest, I feel like using curse words, like if I'm really in the heat of the moment, like how I've been in this video, then I'll just drop it. But like, other than that, there really isn't a need for me to just unnecessarily just say a cuss word or something like that. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna take my ass inside. Now go enjoy your life. And I really, really do mean that. That's it.